Well, Hugh Screwer here, back with you with a new program. This is the first instalment of my new program, which is titled Another You. My first guest is a local Sunshine Coast icon. He's been very prominent in business and in his charitable work, as well as his sports administration work. He is, of course, Ashley Tugboat Robinson. And of course, as you well know, Ashley Tugboat Robinson this year decided to toss his tugboat captain's hat into the ring and run for the local Sunshine Coast mayoral candidacy, and we'll have a chat to him about that when he comes in. Ashley Tugboat Robinson, welcome to the program. Well, it's a pleasure to be here with you. Well, thank you, Ashley Tugboat Robinson, for coming in this first instalment of Another You to have a chat with me. Not under ideal circumstances. I was actually hoping that I would be giving you congratulations on winning the mayoralty of the Sunshine Coast, but instead you're trailing at the moment Miss Rosanna Natali, and it'll come down to preferential votes, as I understand it. But because she does have a lead as now, it is expected that she will gain the mayoralty, and I understand that you've already made contact with Mr. Natali and passed on congratulations, in all likelihood that she will succeed as mayor, which is very commendable of you. The thing is that, well, I'll let you speak more on that, but I mean, as we speak, the counting goes on, and potentially, mathematically, like you could still win. Yes, yeah, that's pretty well where it's at with the election vote counting, as you stated there. It will be required to count the voting preferences of some of the other candidates in order for either myself or Rosanna to basically get over the majority line, the 50% majority line. The problem, of course, that we have is that Rosanna has a significant lead, and especially with the optional preferential voting, it's very difficult to predict where all, you know, who's going to opt in to vote fully as preferential voting, or who's just going to vote number one. So yeah, it's not over, but in all likelihood, Rosanna is going to become the new mayor of Sunshine Coast Council, and I do congratulate her on that. Well, Ashley Tugboat Robinson, now this nickname Tugboat, which you're affectionately known for, I believe harks back to your rugby league playing days, in recognition of the strength that you played the game with, and there's also the same strength you brought to your roles, various roles that you've held on the Sunshine Coast as a business manager. I'd just like to delve into this nickname, Tugboat. I get that it was about the football playing, your strength and your physicality, but I'm just wondering, I mean, was there more to it? Was there a time when you did have sort of childhood dreams of becoming a tugboat captain? And did you in fact ever train to be a tugboat operator or captain, or indeed did you ever get to have a ride on a tugboat? Or I'll put it out there, did you ever consider, or did you buy a tugboat? Look, it's a definite no there on all counts. Look, this nickname tugboat which I have, which it's quite an affectionate one, and it's one that sort of really warm to, but it's really not that important. Look, I'd much prefer to talk about the Sunshine Coast community. We've just done an election where, if you look at the voting patterns, especially in the mayoral contest, you can see that people are looking for change, that they didn't highly regard one of the contestants who was a former councillor under the former mayor's administration. So people were looking. I'd rather talk about the Sunshine Coast and community than spend all our time talking about the nickname. As I said, I'm quite happy with the nickname. It's an affectionate one, but if we could just get on, talk about something else. The other thing, Hugh, that I will mention. Look, when you're addressing me, or when you're referring to me, there isn't the need to use the whole shebang kind of thing. You don't have to refer to me all the time as Ashley Tugboat Robinson. I know that it can be a bit of a mouthful. Yes, but Ashley Tugboat Robinson, I mean, surely it has a certain strength, a certain distinguishment, a certain gravitas to say, to saying, there goes Ashley Tugboat Robinson, or here is Ashley Tugboat Robinson. Well, that may be so, but all I'm just suggesting is maybe just give the discussion on the tugboats a bit of a break, eh? Well, look, I'll try giving it a go. Okay, now, Tugboat Robinson. Well, maybe I didn't. I should have been a bit more specific. I was basically suggesting when you refer to me, you could lose the tugboat out of the name. Lose the tugboat. You? Lose the tugboat, but surely I can't read you right. Lose the tugboat out of Ashley Tugboat Robinson. I mean, I'm just thinking, thinking like that plucky little tugboat, out there, towing and pushing ships much larger than, the image is, sometimes in dangerous weather conditions, dangerous sea conditions. I'm getting imagery of, similar to the HMS Thunderchild in H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds, fighting on its own against those three giant Martian war machines. Look, it might be time to get this interview back on track. Look, I didn't come along here today to spend nearly the entire time talking about my nickname. Okay, lose the tugboat. Okay, we'll try this. Now, Robbo. Well, Robbo's okay. Nothing wrong with Robbo, but I thought the most obvious one I was alluding to would be to just refer to me as Ashley or even Ash. That would have been the more obvious one. You can go straight to Robbo if you like, if you've got to have a Robbo or so forth, but Ashley or Ash would have been the obvious one. Put all the options for your name in multiple choice. I'm always going to tick the box that says Ashley Tugboat Robinson. I'd always choose it above the others. But anyway, now we'll get on with the interview. Now, Ashley, let's talk about the mayoral role, and let's particularly talk about providing leadership to the community in that role. Now, many people have lauded your leadership qualities, including your humility. Now, I expect, being a humble guy, you're going to disagree and probably press back against some of these qualities I'm going to read out, which people have given to me about your leadership style. They describe your leadership style as courageous, compassionate, consistent, respectful, resourceful, inspirational, and has been having the ability to focus on attention to detail at the same time as utilising a multi-level approach in regard to problems. No way am I going to disagree with any of that, you. That's all spot on. Bravo, well played, old man. Very Hugh Screwer-esque. I know that you're such a good bloke, but maybe I'll make an adsum out of you yet. Well, maybe I could make a good bloke out of you yet. Well, Ashley, that might just be a tugboat voyage too far. But just sticking on this topic of leadership, I'd just like to drill down into it a bit more. Now, you probably know that I conduct my entry-level ADSM training at the School of Underhand Conniving, Knacks and Backstabbery. Now, one of the important principles I drill into my trainees in this training is the importance of Barnes versus Elias traits, and it is in fact the importance of embracing the traits of Sergeant Barnes over and basically disregarding the traits of Sergeant Elias. So I'd just like to get your opinion on something. Now, I've got a photo here from the movie Platoon, and I've got Sergeant Barnes there, which would be on your left, and Sergeant Elias on your right. So Sergeant Barnes on the left, Sergeant Elias on the right. Now, I just wanted to ask you, Ashley, which of these two sergeants do you think would have what it takes to make a good tugboat captain? Well, neither of them, you. They're both actors. How can I assess their abilities to captain a tugboat? Well, if not Sergeant Barnes and Sergeant Elias, would you be able to tell me which of these two you think would make the better tugboat captain? Would it be Fu Manchu on the right, or Ming the Merciless on your left? Which of these do you think would make the best tugboat captain? Well, I would like to sit here for hours and chat about seemingly it has to be tugboats all the time. But the old clock on the wall says that there's only 38 minutes to go. So I think it's time to wrap things up. Well played, Ashley Tugboat Robinson. Hugh Screwer's training classes salutes you. Thank you very much, and for coming on the program. Going to go away empty-handed. Please accept our fishing game, which I'll be giving away to the contestants on each program. Many hours of fun that can be had playing that, especially if the if it's dangerous sea conditions and you're stuck in harbour in a tugboat. Many hours of fun with that fishing game. And the other thing, I'll also give you a copy of my autobiography, Hugh Screwer's Wade. You had some 30 years of signature walking, and of course you'll find a copy of these books, copies of my book, in all good bookstores, but you certainly won't find them in bad bookstores. Thank you very much, Ashley Tugboat Robinson, and thank you, the audience, for watching Another You. Well, thanks for that, you. I'll certainly give the fishing game a go. Looks like the autobiography might be a bit of hard work for Ashley Tugboat Robinson, but I'll leave it somewhere prominent around the house. Make a good talking point. People will come to me and say, "Have you met the great Hugh Screwer? You know, what was he like when you met him?" You know, because many people come to me and say, that Hugh Screwer, he can be a real screwer. And as a joke, I say back to them, I say, take the screwer out of Hugh Screwer, and all you got is you. So, thanks, Hugh. Strangest interview I've ever done, but thank you.